In 2023, this is us. You can know the governor you want to vote for. But before that time, you can feel that person. You can even examine such a person to know what sort of human being this person, as against something that will come at 11th hour when somebody blows whistle and said, I've chosen SYZ, and all of us are going there. This is what we have presented to Lagosians. Secondly, if you look at my candidacy and that of my deputy, you will see that's a radical departure from the norm, that is out there. It is what we call the breath of fresh air that we want to birth in the state of Lagos. Let it even start from how we emerged. Let it start from our candidacy. Let people see that this is something else from what we see every time. For the first time, people started paying attention to choice of deputy, in a race like this. That is because we have done something different. Who cares about who is anybody's deputy before now? Even the sitting governors, Almighty Wike, who is his deputy? They don't know them. But for us, I've chosen somebody that is popular, because one of the three things that you need, for a general election is an household name and popularity. Thereafter, you then be talking about electoral value, which I have brought to the table, and before you know it, we will give Lagosians what they've been yearning for over the years. So 2023 is that year we are putting a stop, to a dynasty that has held us in the jugular for over 2 decades in the state of Lagos. And having won the ticket of the party, we are now faced with a general election that will involve the generality of Lagosians to decide who we vote for. And just like I stated earlier on, 3 things you put into consideration before choosing or say you want to vie for this. First, you must be an household name. For me, already in that field of politics, as far as Lagos is concerned, everybody already knows there is a Jandor. But now we are facing a general election that will involve everybody to know. And the first thing you need is the moment the names is out there, people can quickly connect, oh, this is this name, or this is this brand. That is number one. So if you have that, then the next thing is your popularity. So my deputy got a brand that connects with both the grassroots and the cyberspace. Okay, you can't question that. So she's got more compared to that popularity. She's an entrepreneur who has grown a business from zero to something that it is today in a chosen career, aside being a lawyer. And this person has got a lot to bring to the table when it comes to governance. These people have conditioned our mind to think governance is a rocket science. No, it's not. It's just about taking care of the welfare, seeing to the welfare of the people. Put round pegs, round in appropriate holes so that you can get it right. But because they've been there for over 2 decades, nothing to show for it, so for everybody, it then appears a rocket science. I speak to the current government that we have in Lagos. You can't compare it to the previous government that we have in Lagos. Now, this is almost 4 years of this government. There is nothing, absolutely nothing to show for the existence of this governor in the state of Lagos. Perhaps the last governor, in his 2 years, you can talk of Abule Egba flyover, there is Aja flyover, there is Airport International Road, and the flyover that the guy built under 2 years. And this is one that has done nothing, in 4 years. We have never had it this bad. And so, are you then saying, with all the resources that we've got in Lagos, you have difficulties of making Lagos work for the people of Lagos? Look, what we are coming to do is to change this whole thing that all of you hear, that Lagos is a wealthy state. That is what we hear. And as we know, that wealth is only on paper. But we are coming to make sure that those wealth reflect on the street of Lagos and in this daily living of everybody in Lagos. You don't need anybody to tell you if we are wealthy. The moment you enter Lagos, you will see the wealth. Just like when you get to Dubai, you don't need to ask for the bank balance of UAE government to know, oh, this is a wealthy state. I think I saw a report on one of the national TV yesterday and today. The first one was speaking about, they went to a particular location and they were speaking in support of a particular candidate. So the guys they were interviewing, they asked them, And they said they were a member of this party and were rooting for this person.
Yes.
And today, another report of another set of people, that one is saying, no, we are not member of this party, but we're only rooting for that person. They're two different things.
Yes.
Every obedient person that has gone to INEC to register went there to register to vote. Every Jandor's person, that is a Jandor's person in Lagos, that is part of Lagos for Lagos movement or PDP in Lagos, mobilize people to INEC to register. That's a structure. So somebody will mobilize 100 people to vote, and somebody will walk to INEC to say, I want to register to vote. They are two different things. They are two different things. In Lagos, we have 13,325 polling units. At least, if you must make impact in that election, you have minimum of 5 people at that polling unit. Agents, canvassers, and what have you in that unit. There is no minimum. Our own government, our own administration, for the first time, we established 2 ministries that people don't take serious or take for granted. I will be the first governor that will establish ministry for the people living with disability. They need to have their own ministry. Secondly, I will be the first governor that will establish ministry for the children, because we have over 2 million of them out of school. They are being molested, and nobody cares. So it's about time we pay critical attention to what we call our future in those children. And the less privileged in the society should not be left out of what is supposed to be their government. So this is the breath of fresh air that we are speaking to, that we're going to be introducing here. And we will be shifting from the elitist nature of governance in Lagos to government of the downtrodden. For instance, the over 2 million out-of-school children that we've spoken about, one, perhaps reasons why the majority of them were not in school, according to study, is because they don't even have uniforms to take them to school, even though the government is saying it's running free education. So for us, in our own government, we've decided that we're going to make provisions for free school uniforms for those children. And that free school uniforms will be sewn by local tailors in their local government. Take for instance, if in Ikeja local government we have 10 schools, 10 secondary schools, 10 primary schools, all the pupils in that and students in that local government, their school uniform will be sewn by local tailors in Ikeja local government, so that we can put money exactly in people's pocket directly. And what this government has refused to do, I am coming to implement by making sure that the 65 years of age, retirement age, and 40 years in service signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari in 2021, that is will be implemented. I will not only implement it, I will recall all of those that they have retired since the inception of that law, which the state hasn't done. I will bring them back so that we can have more people. They have experience to even, pass on to the new takers. So we will do a whole lot to change the face of governance in the state of Lagos, and we're ready to do this.